Matchmaker.
Γεια σας και καλώς ορίσατε στο Matchmaker.
The show that's all about friends hooking up friends.
Το πρόγραμμα που φέρνει φίλους με φίλους.
With friends.
Με φίλους.
And a little help from us.
Με τη δική μας τη βοήθεια.
Last time, we watched Shannon get all giggly with her date, Chris.
Nice to meet you.
They snipped and kissed at hair school.
Thank you.
They were in each other's wheelhouse at rhythmic gymnastics and fell face to face at dinner. So, is laughter love's elixir, or is this just temporary giddiness?
Overall, very good time, lots of fun.
I definitely date Chris again.
A match. Don't get me wrong, I love a good laugh, but let's all hope they don't stop at go and head straight to seriousness. We also met Jim and Theo.
I live for the moment, that's my philosophy.
To get Theo ready for his date, Jim opted for a shave instead of a haircut. And he now thinks Theo is ready to hit the dating world.
This is going to be so wonderful for your date.
And who is so lucky to snag this ponytailed Lothario? Her name is Rose.
I've been single for 4 years and it's crazy. What's a turn on? A great ass. I have a nice ass, but you always look for better. Somebody who's fit, that takes care of themselves. Somebody who, like, you could just lick right up and down, like, that's the type of guy I'm looking for. Somebody who's just off the wall, pick up and go.
I'm here in the back of the Matchmaker limo with Jim. Jim, welcome to the limo. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling terrific.
Okay, listen, let me ask you something about your friend.
Yes.
His name is Theo. Is it Theo?
Theo.
Okay, I got to look at Theo, and I have to tell you, he's a little bit out there. He's got the cowboy hat, he's got the pipe, he's got the poor man's Karl Lagerfeld. Is he for real with all that? That's sort of his everyday look?
It's virtually an everyday look. The suit is new, but other than that, the Theo is old. It's the look that's been more or less worked on over the last 15 years.
Yes, sir. I took one of your honey balls. Could I get a dozen of your honey balls?
I want to talk about Theo's date.
Yes.
Her name is Rose. Have you gone to look at her?
Just brief, yes. Brief.
What did you notice was her biggest, most obvious characteristic?
Her biggest, most obvious characteristic is she has someone in the hairdresser world who clearly likes to mix colors.
Right.
It's my big fat Greek date. I'm really excited. He's Greek. I really like the Greek tradition. I really actually put effort into thinking of this outfit, so I hope he likes it.
Clearly. She's got magenta hair. In fact, her hair is the color of a very fine California Merlot.
And I know he's gonna love it because it just represents my personality. My hair is just wild.
I would have thought that it was kind of like out there as well, but
Yes.
now that I've seen Theo, I'm thinking perfect match.
What else should I get for the date? Should I get her a mati, να μην τη ματιάσει κανένας, you know, so... Okay. I have to keep an eye on her, he says.
Jim, do you mind if I do a little housekeeping right here?
ahead. Okay.
We're right now in the back of the not-so-Greek Matchmaker limo, and the Matchmaker limo is outfitted with a closed-circuit television set, which means we can watch the daters no matter where they go. We're going to follow them like a bad smell, okay?
Let's do it.
And along the way, we're going to do a little color commentary. Fun. You be someone famous in Greek. Who's famous in Greek?
Alexander the Great.
I'm going to be something simple, feta cheese. Now they're about to hook up. Jim, let's take a peek.
Okay.
Hi.
Rose?
Yes, how are you?
Your date.
How are you?
Enchanté.
Oh, thank you very much.
Something for you for a little bit later on?
Oh, thank you very much. You didn't have to do that.
No problem.
We're gonna go now?
Let's go.
Absolutely. Come on, darling.
It's like she's the deer, he's the headlights. Her first response is, but then she kind of warms up to him, and I think it's because she's intrigued. And I'm going to cut him a lot of slack. I'm going to cut him slack until he says anything ridiculous.
Gotta wait till he opens his mouth.
I'm taking him seriously.
You have to until he opens his mouth.
And I'm taking you seriously.
And I'll take myself the same way.
And I seriously want to know where we're going next.
We're going to do a little acting.
Acting, that's great because they're both very big personalities, something they can sink their teeth into, acting. But first, let's meet our next matchmaker.
Our next matchmaker is Rob, and he wants to find his friend Ron a bouncy, brainy girl.
I guess one of Ron's best qualities is his general knowledge of global events, global politics. You've got the job, you've got the house, you've got the car. but you don't have the girl. Ron is single because he's got one thing on his mind, and that's always to close the deal.
No, I'm looking for more. I'm looking for a challenge. I'm looking for a girl that is actually, you know, something that I could take home to my mom. In the opposite sex, I found that I can get looks independently, or I can get smarts independently, but I can't get the full package, and that's what I need for me to settle down. You know, I just need a match.
Well, the only thing I can guarantee you is that you're gonna have a lot of fun.
I've already had a lot of fun. I need something like a bit more. I need fun. I need the full package. I need a 10 out of 10.
Coming up, Greek tragedy.
Oh dear. Yes, cheek is good.
Cheek is good.
Welcome back. We're here at the Fox and the Fiddle. We're going to be acting Greek.
To get to know each other, we're going to play a little theater.
Now, right off the top, I got to ask you something, Jim.
Yes.
If you're a Greek guy and you bring home a gal who's, say, not Greek, say she's Italian, like Rose, is that a problem?
It could be in some households, absolutely.
Really?
But in the Theo household, it wouldn't be a problem.
I will play Hercules.
Okay.
Hercules, half man, half god.
And would you say that one of his failings is that he's maybe too into himself?
From Hercules to a woman, how would you swoon me?
He loves who he is, and he's not ashamed of who he is, and who he is really who he is.
Little nibble.
Will he make enough time for Rose?
Only some privileged people get to nibble.
Really?
Yes. What do you think? Everything comes easy in life?
He will if she responds to the beginnings of this.
I beg of you.
No.
I beg of you. Oh.
No. Grovel on your knees.
Oh, come on, Helen.
Be my horse.
Okay. Okay.
Bend over.
Bend over. Oh my God. Oh my God.
He's assumed the classic Greek position.
He is now a stallion. The Greek stallion is being mounted. You know,
And is that important to him? Girl with a sense of humor?
absolutely. Anybody who can ride him in a physical sense and obviously in a mental sense, he's there.
What I know of Greek mythology, I'm not Greek,
Yes.
but I know they're very sensual.
Yes.
They take charge.
Yes.
Look at he's
don't use
stroking her
excuses.
face.
He's stroking her face.
Which is about love, baby. Love.
Oh dear.
She pulled away, but she didn't pull away for the cheek. The cheek stayed there.
Things have changed in terms of love and sex, and sometimes it's not really just sex. It's just touch.
Notice the look on her face. She's sort of like half intrigued, half repulsed.
It's clearly incredulity. I would
that's a
say
good
that's
word.
the word for the day.
I myself enjoy making love to a woman.
Okay.
He enjoys making love to a woman, which is a good place to start.
The tantric sex, which I do read about, study it, and practice, it's more about mind over matter.
So you can make me have an orgasm right now.
Orgasm. We mentioned the word orgasm.
Sometimes just touch or even just a stare can...
So you're telling me you're gonna touch me and I'm gonna have an orgasm. I'm ready. Okay, let's go.
God, here you go.
Okay, you know, in the words of my friend Christopher Walken, let me do a little Christopher Walken for you here. You know, Greeks are well-known, established liars. As a matter of fact, I believe his cousin Gus was a world-class heavyweight champion of Greek liars. And what we got here is a game. Game is show and tell. She wants to show him nothing, but she's telling him everything. This is better than the date.
Would it bother you if I kissed you?
Do women ever think he's nuts?
Absolutely.
But I thought you were gonna make me have an orgasm without touching me.
Well, it takes more because I need you to be in the same mode as I am.
Do you ever think he's nuts?
I think he's nuts most of the time.
that.
That's part of his rakish charm, if you will.
But I thought you were gonna do it without touching me. I thought you were that good.
No, you touch, but you start slowly with the eyes. You focus.
She's looking at him in a distant kind of a way right now.
Standoffish.
Very standoffish.
Hey,
yes.
crazy Greek guy.
That's right. Yes.
More. I gotta bite this hand.
No, you're not biting.
A little.
You got a little. You got the lips on there. How much would you like? I give you this much and you take. See, you give an inch, you take a mile.
This is the spot I love.
Why don't we ditch the Greek mythology thing? Let's look into Greek dance, Greek food, Greek booze, the ouzo and everything, right?
Yes.
And let's get this party started. That's all about the love, and that's what I'm all about.
A little.
Nope. You haven't impressed me enough.
Oh.
Let's eat and drink right now.
But first, we're gonna check in with our next matchmaker. What's with the snapping thing?
I don't know. You started the snapping. I'm just following it. You know, it's an Anglo-Saxon thing I'm following.
To find Ron a bouncy, brainy girl, Rob has activated the Matchmaker's search. Mission 1, brains.
Ron wants a girl who can really challenge his intellect. Chose these activities really test the girls on two fronts. Number one, a physical front and an intellectual front. So I'm gonna ask you girls a few questions. What's the capital of Somalia? How many downs are there in a CFL football game? Who's the Vice President of the United States of America?
Good question, I don't know.
What's the capital of Alberta? Now that I've tested the girls on their skill testing questions, on their intellect, we're gonna go see if they can jump rope.
Coming up. Hey, I don't know him either.
So, like, you know everybody?
No, everybody knows me.
Oh.
Seafood? Extraordinaire?
Welcome back. We're here at Apelli, the Greek restaurant. Am I pronouncing that right, Jim?
Absolutely.
Apelli?
You are
okay.
right.
You look very ravishing this evening, must say.
Thank you. You look very... This is an interesting concept. I've never seen it done, but you can pull it off.
And just to recap, wasn't really feeling the Greek mythology thing, you know, a little bit like tea on a plate. And we're hoping for some Greek booze, the ouzo, the dancing, the general frivolity.
You know, I've been dying to ask you this all day.
Okay.
You have to tell me what you do.
I'm too busy to work.
She just asked him, what do you do for a living? He said he's too busy to work. Is he being honest?
Not entirely. He's a photographer.
What do you mean?
I'm just too busy. That's what people say. I mean, that's the going line that my friends... I work. I love photography.
Why would he be, like, sort of misleading her and, like, evading the issue?
What type of photography do you do?
Black and white, portraits, candid shots.
Possibly because I think that ultimately I don't think he's going to be a photographer the rest of his life.
So you're into photography,
yes,
although you don't work. Too busy to work.
So that's my friend's comment. That's not my comment. That's what my friend
So
said.
how do you make a living? Like, one needs some financial income to make...
Let's just say that I get called for work.
He's not a spring chicken. He's not old, but he's not a spring chicken. So you would like to know that the guy that you're out with at this point in his life has got some kind of direction.
A lot of my university colleagues, they're either account managers at ad agencies or they're marketing managers. And hence the creative
So, like,
work.
you know everybody?
No, everybody knows me.
Could we use the phrase jack of all trades, master of none to describe Theo?
I think he's a master of few, but he hasn't stepped up to show her what those few are.
By fluke.
So if I walk out on this street and ask people, do they know you?
Oh, 9 times out of 10 they'll say yes.
Theo seems to be called out on everything he said. It's like, show me. Show me.
I have an uncle, 2 uncles, that own shops on Danforth. If I call them right now and say, do you know Theo, will they be able to say
They may say if they know me by face. A lot of people know by face.
Oh, now it changes.
This is not the vibe we're looking for.
No, this is definitely not going anybody's way right now.
You know my uncle, the butcher?
I know the butcher.
What's his name?
I don't know. I know the place. I've been there shopping for with my mom.
Uh-oh, not with your mom.
Oh,
Don't mention your
mention
mom.
mother.
Who works there?
I don't know the people's names. I just go there shop with my mom.
Jimmy, here's the deal. We're gonna have to rock the Greek Casbah at dinner to make this date a success.
Get the meat and fish on the grill right now. That's what I say.
The flaming cheese?
Let's do it.
The octopi?
All the above.
But first, let's check in with our next matchmaker.
Okay, back to Rob. Some girls and a mission to find bounce.
I've just asked the girls some skill testing questions, and now we're gonna see if they can jump rope. All right, girls, let's see what you can do. When Angie was jumping rope, she seemed she had what it takes, if you know what I mean. Kathleen, she seemed that she was too uncoordinated to put 1 and 1 together, so it didn't look like that was promising. When Sonia was jumping rope, I was quite impressed. When Lucy was jumping rope, I really thought I was gonna pick her, but the intellect just put that one down. I didn't choose any of these girls because they weren't hot enough, nor were they smart enough. So I'm gonna go on my own, I'm gonna find the girl by myself, and I'm gonna pick the girl who I think is hot enough and smart enough.
Welcome back. We're still here at Apelli, hoping that Theo's going to kick it up a notch.
Have you ever been in love before?
Yes.
Well, please do tell.
What kind of girls does Theo usually do well with?
We met one night just dancing, just hit it off.
I think the girls who are more an amalgam, it's very difficult to tell who they are or where they're from.
It took some time to happen.
This girl clearly has, for those who understand, Mediterranean roots.
Unfortunately, we separated our ways.
So basically you're saying he does well with women who are just ignorant.
How long did that relationship last for?
He does well with women who are ignorant of his culture.
That one actually lasted about 3 months.
He's got this thing mastered, the mysterious Greek man that's in love with his own culture and does the dance.
3 months you fell in love with somebody.
You could fall in love with somebody at the moment.
He needs a girl that thinks, oh, this is so romantic, this is so new, so fresh.
Like you're doing with me right now, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I knew it.
And she's like, dude, I see this all the time.
Yeah.
What else do you got?
I'm just trying to get an understanding of you and your work schedule and what your goals are, what you've done.
I enjoy photography, I enjoy design work, I have clients, I build them.
She's back to that what do you do again thing.
Questioning his existence.
But you do all these things and I don't see...
Here's the deal.
Like, what do you do?
She is not one of his 22-year-old Chiquitas.
No, not at all.
I don't understand how one fits all this into their schedule.
No.
She is used to guys, like, knowing what they do, knowing where they do it, like having some sort of a game plan.
I worked a 9-to-5 job. I used to work in publishing.
And she is spotting some cracks in his story.
I thought I'd be doing my MBA in Europe, and this gentleman who I met got me writing. And so I've been writing for the last 9-10 years with him, a screenplay. While doing that, he got me into television. He taught me the business. He taught me the trade.
Okay, I'm gonna have to call a little matchmaker, deaf, calm, orange on the BS meter.
Ouch. There's so much about me, right? It slowly comes out. I mean, I love doing impersonations.
Your boy here has copped to being a photographer, commercial artist, graphic something.
He does that as well.
That's a bird.
Well, we're changing things.
Oh!
And now he's just claimed to be a screenplay writer.
Game over.
It is a screenplay. He actually has written a screenplay. It has never gone anywhere.
Well, look here, Pilgrim. It just happens that you pick up things from movies, TV, and just generally people you run into.
Here's the ironic thing. A lot of dates don't work because people won't be themselves. This date's not going to work because Theo refuses to be anything but himself.
He does indeed.
So you told me you were in stocks too, so I don't know.
I used to trade in the market. That was for myself, personally.
He's in stocks? Oh, God.
I enjoy the market. I just love watching it. I've traded, I've made money, I've lost money.
Oh, and she's just, look at the blue level of her aura right now. It's blue.
Tell me in like 5 words or less what you do.
I live for the moment.
It's blue. Blue.
Only
Totally
because
blue.
his is brown.
You're an interesting person, definitely. Although I'm a little bit hesitant on the career aspect of things.
Does he often get this response?
A Renaissance man is a Renaissance man. Michelangelo was a Renaissance man.
It's either cold or hot. There's never an in-between. It's either one way or the other.
You've been conditioned in life.
We're going to psychology
Well, you've been
now.
conditioned to look at having a
Are
career.
you a psychologist too?
No.
Can you fit that into
No.
your schedule?
No.
Check. Get the check. Ask for the check.
You want
Ask
him
for
out
the
of
check.
there.
I want him out of there. Ask
want
for the
him
check. Ask for the check.
I mean, I studied psychology from university. We had everyone
that's
takes.
right, with the
everyone
business
takes Psych
degree.
101.
This is the passion of Theo. This is the passion of Theo. Right here on the cross, the passion of Theo. Totally unnecessary as far as I'm concerned. Look at this.
And you know what? I think I'm going to stop the
Okay.
embarrassment now.
Oh,
for
don't worry.
you.
You can embarrass me more if you like.
Really?
Yeah, I don't care.
The goodbye, which is a coming. Are you hoping for anything?
Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's have a nice, clean goodbye. Everybody goes home. They acknowledged it is what it was. It wasn't anything beyond that.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's just not like another story about how I own a bakery and I kill people on the side. Just make it about her. You know what? It's going to be a great goodbye because we're both pulling for it so hard. We'll find out right after the break.
Coming up, a goodbye that rhymes with Bic Bim to the Burb.
That's great. Yeah.
Welcome back. It's time for the goodbye. Remember, we're hoping for a clean break. No bloodshed.
Can I walk you to the door?
I'll be fine right here, thank you.
Oh, well. I must thank you for the wonderful day with
It was
you.
great. Yeah.
Rose, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
Enjoy. I hope we meet again.
Well, just in that aspect, you're definitely an eccentric person, and I know I'm crazy, but I think you're a little bit much.
Take a chance.
I don't know, I'm not willing to risk it on this one.
Okay. You have a good one. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a silver lining approach on this. One, at least she was very, very honest.
Completely.
She didn't lead him on. She
Nope.
didn't say, hey, maybe a second date, whatever. She said,
Nope.
you're eccentric, you're a bit of a nut job, and I'm crazy, but not that crazy. And he, to his credit, was true to himself.
Absolutely.
He didn't pretend that, hey, you know what? Give me another chance, because I can change, baby. I can change. I can be that guy with a steady job and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
No. There was no deviation here.
So I love the two of them. I don't love them together. I do not love them together, but I love the two of them.
Love them apart, and so they end, so they began.
Jim, thanks very much for an education.
Pleasure.
I mean, it was just thrilling from beginning to end. Here's the good news. We can find out what these two thought of the date right now.
My first impression of Theo was...
My first impression of Rose, wow. That smile said to me she's outgoing.
Wow.
I thought the date went quite well.
The date went a little bit, word to describe it would be terrible.
I would go out with Rose again if she made the initiative and took forth.
I wouldn't go out with Theo again unless I had about 10 ouzo shots.
That's it for tonight. Tune in next time and we'll see Ron in action. And of course, we'll meet the next up here on Matchmaker. Thanks for watching. I'm Andrew Anthony, and whisper this to the next bouncer you see. Hey, buddy, it's all about the love.